this and this and that. I can't describe it as some kind of holiday resort. It's a place which we don't know.
It sounds very close. Because basically, you're going to be first of all, there's going to be a lot of people in heaven, huh? It sounds like, you know, given the billions of people we've had.
Oh, you can have them if you want, I think. Yeah. Yes.
Optional wing.
Optional. Yeah.
Are we going to know everyone in heaven?
Pardon?
Are we going to know everyone in heaven?
If you want that knowledge, I'm sure it can be provided to you there.
Because there's going to be lots of people in heaven, and you're going to be bouncing around. Everyone's going to be maximizing their pleasure, having a drink, having sex, and that's going to go on for infinity.
What's the problem?
It's pathetic, man.
Why is that pathetic?
Because that sort of level.
That's the way you live your life now. Look at the Western civilization. Now hold on, it's pathetic, but your civilization is premised on the idea that let's work hard so that we can go on holiday resorts and let's drink thing.
Not for me.
Yeah, well, the idea is this.
Not for everyone.
Pleasures are the driving force of many human beings.
There are paedophilias, there are gay people, there are people who enjoy having sex with animals, there are people who enjoy killing each other.
Yeah,
there's all sorts of misalignment in how people think life is.
Yeah, well, those are individuals.
So a 5-year-old, a 5-year-old soul who dies goes to heaven.
Yes.
Immediately,
not immediately.
Immediately, access to 20 virgins.
No, that's not how it works.
It's a bit weird, no?
No, that's not. Now you're just inventing narrative.
Fine.
So what will happen is everyone will be a certain fixed age in heaven.
Oh, really?
Which is 33 years old.
3 years old?
33,
Really?
33.
Okay, I didn't know this.
So if for example,
Why do we need age in heaven?
Well, that's the way it is, because that's maybe it's seen as the pinnacle of human excellence at the age of 33. Blow Island. The point is this: if a 5-year-old dies,
they become 33.
In certain circumstances, they'll be judged independently on the day of judgment, possibly admitted straight to heaven directly. In any case, they'll go to heaven. They'll have a completely different bodily structure. They won't be 5 years old anymore. They'll be 33 years old.
Are we all perfect in heaven?
Perfect in what sense?
Are we perfect?
In what sense?
In the same sense as similar to what heaven would suggest, that we would not require any earthly evil or have any insecurities.
Yeah, you don't have that.
So why then we would need to have the need for sex and these manly, human, earthly
It won't be earthly.
desires?
It certainly won't be earthly because
So the sex, the pleasures that we identify, which sounds very similar to like earthly pleasures, are actually different.
yes.
How are they different, if you don't mind going into detail?
We don't know. Let me give you
So
an
we don't
example.
actually know what heaven
This
is.
is about virgins. You've got to tell me this is about virgins.
Yeah.
Who wants to have sex with a virgin?
Well, it depends on what kind of virgin we're talking about. The ones in heaven, the idea of the Quran says, لَمْ يَطْمِثْهُنَّ إِنْسٌ قَبْلَهُمْ وَلَا جَانٌ. Yeah, it says that a man hasn't touched them before, neither has a jinn. So in other words, they're not contaminated by anything or anyone. Now, contamination, in the sense that, for example, no one has spread any diseases to them. No one has.
If you marry someone, and say you divorce someone, and you marry someone, like someone new, do you think you're contaminated, but you're alright?
No.
You don't do it.
But you just accepted
لم
that.
يطمثن إنس قبلهم ولا نار. So in other words, this person, this individual who is suited to you in heaven is solely and exclusively basically yours.
So that person doesn't actually have a soul. It couldn't have been.
The whole line.
It's like some sort of a VR
so
simulated.
the whole line
It's an animal. It's an animal. Okay, go. It cannot.
Oh, by the way, you know, let me tell you that. 3 times now he's talked about animal sex. What's wrong with you, man? Every time you talk about animals.
Does that creature has the same level of existence as I do in heaven, or does it purely exist for my pleasure, which you suggest?
Yeah, no, they solely exist for your pleasure, and it goes. Yeah, they solely exist for your pleasure. That creature.
I don't want to go there.
Why?
Yeah,
I don't feel comfortable about that.
Okay, then take.
And you're saying when I go to heaven, I'm going to be free.
Sex robots.
Why do you have a problem? There's always the hellfire, which you will have a bigger problem with.
No, but like it just.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Did you know? What can I say to you?
It's a bit like having a plastic doll. soul.
I know, but it's like that. It's like the same.
It sounds like
it's a human being.
but so it's a human being.
You're aiming for the same
Like us on Earth today.
Yeah, well, as I said to you, they're going to be rearranged.
Can we have a good conversation with them?
Yes.
They'll have a soul.
Yes.
Not.
Yes.
So if they have a soul, how could they not be like us?
They are like us.
Oh, they are like us.
Yes. I don't think
But
they were
exist,
animals.
so the only difference, so they are exactly like us. They have a
They're
soul,
not animals, mate.
independent, but
They're
not
animals, right.
But
This guy wants
the only,
animals. That's what he wants.
the only difference, the only,
If I said they were animals, he'd say, look, how do I become Muslim?
the only difference is that the only difference is they don't have free will. While we still continue to have it. Agreed?
Sorry, what?
They won't have free will. Because they will have sex with me when I demand.
I don't think that's
The whole-
nice. That's not.
What?
I don't want to go there.
You don't want to, no,
I don't want to.
you
It's like
you
going
don't
to
need go there.
Japan and having bloody
But you've got
sex robots.
you've
I don't
got
like
you've got two
I don't want
options. You can either go there, enjoy yourself, not have no issues, have no internal,
No, Mohammed,
external
you just said
pain,
that, just like
or
us,
you
they
can
have
go
a
to a
soul,
place
but they don't have
which
free
is going to
will.
be they go to hell. Basically,
Only two options.
there's only two options.
But they'll have free will.
Well,
Third option.
there's no other option. There's going to be two
But what's
options.
the
Will they have free will or not?
There is some people that say Araf. There are people that stay in the middle and that they're just watching in the middle for a while, but they're going to end up in one of those places.
But will they
How do they
have?
end up in Alex? We don't even have free will.
Well, we literally those guys that end up in the hellfire.
Will they have free will?
Yeah. But
Will they have free
who?
will?
Those guys in the middle.
But do you think anyone
Will they have?
Huh?
Will
the free will of the difference between human and animal.
do you ever
will listen?
Do you think that
Those
when
entities.
someone is, if they go to heaven and they don't like the sex robots, do you think they think, oh fuck this meaning, oh burn it?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Here's a guarantee, right? You don't understand what's there now. I don't know what's there now. I've never been
No,
there.
but you,
All right, let me
but
tell
you
you something.
describe it really well.
Okay, thank you.
You
But
say you have a
I
free
describe
will.
it.
You say we live in a society. We're not just by ourselves.
Yeah.
So we could potentially upset
Well, I
some
want to say to you,
neighbor.
one thing I can promise you.
Can we upset our neighbor? We can't, right?
No. We can't upset anyone.
But if we have free will, it surely has to be exactly the same will.
Ah, okay, I understand now. This is in the
Because there is no
this
conflict.
this is a philosophical problem. What you don't understand is that free will is always curtailed by environmental factors. Now, I have free will here. Yeah, do I have free will? Do you have free will? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes. But really and truly, if I have free will to jump so high that I go up to the top of this tree, do I have that free will? No, because my physiology, my body, stops me from being able to do so. So free will is always stopped or tethered by the deterministic genetic factors or environmental factors, which only give me a certain amount of
Not for the pleasures you see.
Pardon?
Not for the pleasures you see, the way you behave.
Yes, even those. If I go to the
Are we gonna like the same color in heaven?
no, I'm not saying you're gonna have the same
So we're gonna
preferences.
be different
Free will only works in the context of determinism.
because there's gonna be a conflict
Think of it
at
this
some
way.
point. Because
Yes, because there's environmental factors that stop you from being able to make decisions everywhere. Look, listen. If I go to the shop right now, get another drink of water, do you know what they got in that shop? They've got mocha, they've got latte, they've got tea.
are we gonna get the same different drink?
Yeah,
if we
there's
go?
4 or 5 options there,
Yeah.
and then ice cream. You know what I'm talking about. You've been there. All right. Now, if I go to that shop, I have 5 options. Yeah.
Oh, 5 options now. You have the
That shop.
have 2.
No, that option.
I want 5 options.
Listen, if you go to that shop,
Yeah.
you can get a drink of water,
Yeah.
you can get a mocha, you can get a latte, etc.
Yeah.
That's in the context of that shop.
Yeah.
But what I can't get,
Yeah.
for example,
Yeah.
is, I don't know, cranberry juice. You don't have that.
Yeah.
Now, I have free will to exercise choice option in the context of that shop. But it's limited to the environmental factor. It's limited to the options that they have. Free will is always limited. Remember that, yeah? So in the context of heaven, free will yes, be there, but it will be limited. You don't have free will in heaven.
It will be
to do-
limited,
Yes,
fine.
yes.
But
yes.
those
Heaven.
entities that are just
We're talking about heaven. Sorry.
existing for your pleasure,
Heaven.
do they have free will?
What's wrong
Well, no, you're saying it
with
was
having something that exists for your pleasure? What's wrong?
Because it contradicts the ethics that has been deemed holy on earth.
Which ones?
As an example, pedophilia.
No, we said that here again.
That's wrong, right?
No, listen,
him.
once again,
don't
those
wanna go
options
where
will
they-
not be on the menu.
No, of course there won't be.
And no one will want them.
No, exactly. But the reason we deem it inappropriate on earth is because the fact that
Who's we?
child, humans,
No. Humans are of different kinds. I'm different to you. The reason why I deem things like that inappropriate is simply scriptural.
It's very
Now, you as a secularist might think, okay, well, the the reason I deem it thing is for democratic reasons, or for societal reasons, or for you know, you might have your first principles, whatever it may be.
So you don't think there is any sentimental, ethical, moral reason other than scripture?
That's a bit convenient.
Right? So, right?
For me.
For you. Yes.
Well, yeah, there's another thing which we call fitra.
Okay, exactly. So there is that. So there's a fitra. So the fitra on earth. But I don't want to be on camera, man.
Well, you're in speaker's corner, mate. I should have a look. You know,
anyway,
have a look
so that fitra has its kind of level of standard. But when you go to earth, when you go to heaven, it suddenly flips. Suddenly it becomes.
The fitra will be there. In fact, the cleanest fitra will be there.
That quality fitra will change. It will change.
No, the fitra won't change.
So if it doesn't change, so the fact that I find it uncomfortable taking advantage of something that doesn't have free will to my own pleasure, how could I suddenly deviate from that in heaven?
Well, because the options will be different. Let me tell you something.
But it's not, bro.
The law can be.
The law is going to be rearranged.
It's the same. It's the same. We're going to have sex, which is
But it's going to be different.
the sexual pleasure. Okay, it will be maybe different.
Even when
but
we
the
eat
whole
food.
idea
Like
of
for
sex,
example, like you know, right now if we eat food, yeah, we eat food, it goes into our digestive tract, and we're going to have to. All right. Now the point is this: in heaven, the whole system is different. So you eat food.
So therefore,
And
all
you
the
won't
imagery,
have a
all the
digestive tract
description
that
of,
works in the same way.
all the earthly description of heaven that we have in the scripture is completely not what we think.
Well, no, I didn't say that. What I said is that there'll be things. No, I'm alright. You can record me.
Yes.
There will be continuities and discontinuities.
No, but this business about the
Leave them up here, it's fine.
things with no. Don't you think that's bad?
Which one?
Like there's things. There's things like about virgins in heaven and that, and it's they're being.
Tell me what's wrong with it.
Well, them being for you. Don't you think that's has on this earth has
By
people?
the way, and isn't there something about them being like 72 cubits tall?
No.
And they've got see-through skin. They've got see-through skin.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
What else? I forget.
72 cubits was the height of Adam. Some people said that applies to human beings in heaven. Yes.
It's a giant.
It's a giant, exactly. So it's different.
So you're like getting close to heaven.
Look, let me tell you guys something on a philosophical level. Yeah, there are three schools of philosophical thought. One is called materialism, one is called dualism, and the third one is called idealism.
But Mohammed, do you agree that sexual?
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Now look.
But you agree sexual?
No, hold on. Let me tell you what I'm
This man
saying.
doesn't want to be on camera.
If you're a materialist, you will not be able to appreciate what I'm saying. Why? Because all you're associated with, your experiences are reduced to the empirical experiences, naturalistic phenomena by which and through which you can.
But the scripture, heavenly scripture promotes it.
Can I just finish what I'm saying? So that your experience will be limited to that which you can extrapolate empirically. Yeah. If you're a dualist or an idealist, which most philosophers are, they would not sideline the existence of a place because it has metaphysical features, or because it exists above and beyond the realm of the three-dimensional universe in which we live. So, for example, I'm talking about heaven and hell. Christians and Muslims believe in a heaven and hell explicitly, right? They believe in a paradise.
And Hebrews as well, no?
No, Jews don't have necessarily a heaven and a hell in the Old Testament. But there is some mention of something which is like an underworld or whatever. But now, Christians and Muslims explicitly believe in a heaven and a hell. First and foremost, what needs to be understood is that no matter how much you think that something is impossible or amazing or why would it be like that, that's actually a logical fallacy called the fallacy of incredulity, where you're in amazement of something, where you think something is so outrageous or far-fetched because you've never experienced it with your five senses that you're willing to dismiss it.
Look,
now,
that's an easy way to jump in the whole
it's not an
debate.
easy way. I want you to refute the point. Now what I'm saying is, if you look on a subatomic level, and I've made this point today before and I'll make it again, if you look on a subatomic level, the rules of formal logic collapse. Let me repeat my point so that you can understand what I'm talking about.
Carry on, yes.
Yes, let me repeat my point so you can understand exactly what I'm talking about. If you look on a subatomic level, on a quantum level, quantum mechanics, the rules of formal logic collapse. In other words, the law of contradiction, to take an example, may collapse.
We're not talking about logic, we're talking about very simple values.
No, hold on. Before we talk about values, because most values, if they're going to be objective, would have to be prefaced on some kind of a logical system.
I'll give you a very simple example. You said 72 virgins for males. Do women get 72 men?
There's no equality in heaven and hell between men and women in that sense.
So
let me tell you why. Because once again, if we talk about this is the principle.
So women get 72 virgins.
Let me
It's a yes or no question, man.
There's no absolute equality in this world or in the hereafter. Why? Because if we accept, and I've made this point once before, the premise that if something is identical, it should be treated equally. Men and women are not identical. There are always going to be things which are going to be required for women that are not required for men. And
so in heaven, the female soul, so in fact there will be a difference.
So you're jumping from point to point.
Oh, no, but because
you haven't answered my first question.
You're making.
Alex, do me a favor. Answer the first contention.
What you're doing,
Alex,
you're ignoring logical reasoning.
No, I'm not. I'm actually the one who's presenting the logical point.
You're getting to a point where we have to just ignore
I'm the one who's presenting a logical point. I've asked you the question. Now, what you seem to be, your line of argument is that something is so impossible or something so amazing.
Impossible.
No, fine.
I find it difficult to accept.
I want you to, I'm going to give you one chance. I'm saying to you now, me talking about something metaphysical like heaven and hell is the same, has the same epistemic weight, and I'm going to say this to you right now, has the same epistemic weight as a quantum physicist talking about something which is happening on a subatomic level. Refute me.
I don't have a problem with that.
Fine. So just because you don't like something, aesthetic value judgments don't mean much to me. If you say, well, in heaven, it's pathetic, this and that.
No. It's on an ethical, moral.
No. But I'm just saying, just because something is seemingly unappetizing.
I don't care about quantum physics. Listen, I don't care about logic or quantum physics. I care about just general ethical, moral reasoning, which today you'd be more than happy to talk about how you go strict by your scripture. So on the same lining, when someone says, oh, you're going to have these entities that have a soul, you have the free will in heaven, but they don't have the free will.
Why is it logically invalid? Tell me why it's logically invalid.
No, it's not about being logical. It's about the fact that I find it uncomfortable. Something in me makes me feel uncomfortable.
Let me tell you something.
In the same way, please, in the same way you're saying that men will get 72 virgins, what will women get?
Let me tell you what they'll get.
They'll get 72 men?
Well, let me tell you something. Let me ask you a question. Do men and women desire the same things in this world?
How do you know?
Nobody knows. Are you telling me? Okay, Mohammed.
How are you doing?
Mohammed.
I saw you after you had your scuffle.
Mohammed. Mohammed. Are all
do men and women?
Are all males the same? Are all